Okay, good morning to all. Moving further, let's start with the class. We were talking about different things that we prefer in NetBeans. So let's continue. So we have done various properties and methods related to controls. So last time we talked about this concat method, right? So so there are some methods which we will prefer that, like last time we discussed about text fields, that if you write good morning plus text field one dot get text, so whatever is there in the text field one, that will be printed. So we use plus symbol to add up different aspects that you want to print, right? Like this, simply write good morning text plus text field one dot get text, which will read whatever written in the text field, and that will be printed after this word good morning. Right, system.exit 0 we have done, this concatenation operator we have used, concat we can also write. So let me do one thing. I will open one. Okay, fine, I was muted. So what we have done is we have added one text field, one label, and whatever value we have here, I want to print that thing here with some additional text. So for that I can use concat method. So just double click the button, and let's read the value from that thing, that label, the text field first. So I'll take up a string variable, let's say string x, and t1 dot get text I'm writing. right? So this will read the value from there, and we are not converting, and we are not going to convert that value into integer or so, because we are not performing calculations. We are just taking the value whatever it is written, and then we just print. How do we print? We need to print it in the label, so we'll write l dot set text, and I'll put inverted comma, welcome, put a plus sign, and x, right? Let's give a space over here. Now let's run the file. Some project configuration we have to change, because main class has been changed. So I'll do some settings over here. Let me just change the settings. So as you see, this is the output. Now enter the value. If I put a name, let's say Gaurav, and click OK, so I'll get welcome Gaurav here as the text. Fine. Or one more thing, that in place of writing this, we can simply write concat and then name of the variable that you want to add. So for that, this plus is not used, we use dot operator. You can also write this way, welcome dot concat x. The concat method will add up whatever written before that with the value of x. Now if you run this file, so again, whatever value you write here, like if I again write my name, click OK, we'll get the same answer, welcome Gaurav. Now how it is coming, it's because of this line, welcome dot concat x. So fine, concat method can also be used in joining too. As I told, joining can be done with the help of that plus sign, or it can be used, it can be done with the help of this concat method, right? Then next thing is, we have done this radio button, how to create a group, that also we have done. Button group properties we have done. Okay, text area can also be used. We can also use get text method within the text area. Like if you see here, it is written j text area 1 dot set text, text field 1 dot get text plus and plus text field 2 dot get text plus some more text. right? This and all other text are in inverted commas, and text will one dot get text will straight away read the value फ्रॉम द टेक्स्ट फील्ड, और जो भी वैल्यू होगी वो यहाँ प्रिंट होगी, उसके बाद एंड प्रिंट होगा, उसके बाद फिर से दूसरी टेक्स्ट फील्ड की वैल्यू प्रिंट होगी, राइट? सो इन टेक्स्ट this set text method we can directly use this get text method also. Now let's see how this works. Like if I use the same l dot set text, now in place of x I'll put welcome space plus t1 dot get text. So this thing straight away we can also do, right? So it will straight away read the text field one, and whatever it answer comes, it will add up after welcome keyword, right? If you see, if you run this file and see the answer, we'll get the same answer again. Whatever name you write here, Amit, click OK. So we'll get welcome Amit. Fine. Now how this thing is happening? Because of get text as well as set text. Get text within set text, right? So this we can write in text area also, text fields also. But the only difference is that in text area, we can put this thing in multiple lines also, like welcome in the first line and Gaurav in the second line. But in text fields, we can only enter one line text, right? Text area में multiple lines का text भी आता है. And there's a use of append statement in place of set text. We can also put append. So append से पुराने text के आगे text जो है वो print हो जाएगा, right? So append can also be used. Let's do one more change here. So I'll put on text area, I'll change the name as TA. Now TA dot set text inverted comma welcome plus t1 dot get text will give you that same answer. Fine. So, and after that, if you want this welcome in the first line and name that you enter there in the second line. So for that, in place of this, we can use append method, or I'll do one more variation. Just see, I'll put ta dot get text here. Now just see what's the answer. This is the output. I'll put Gaurav, click OK. Now only welcome is coming because initially, again I click, it will read the old value welcome and it keeps on adding after that. You see? Fine. So this is what the program is doing. It is reading the value from text area only. So welcome is readed and welcome is added after that whenever you click it again. So पुरानी value के आगे add कर रहा है. The same thing we can do with append statement also. So for that we have to write ta.append, or let's do one thing. In the previous welcome statement, I'll just remove all this. I'll keep it. So append will add so ta.setText will print the welcome word, and then ta.append will print the name written in this text field. whatever the name in text field, let's change this into TA1. So text field में जो नाम होगा वो इस welcome word के आगे आएगा, right? So see, the same kind of output we'll get every time, but the only difference is that way of writing is different. So we can use this in any of the way that we want to, right? So welcome Gaurav is again coming, right? Then there's no space between welcome Gaurav. The reason is that we haven't given space after the word or before this. You have to give space over here. Fine. And if you want this name to come on the next line, so for that we have to add up \n. \n is a new line character which enters the text into the new line. So in this case, now the welcome will come in the first line and the name will go to the second line. Right? Oh, it's not \, it's the other slash. It should be \, not the other one. So whatever text you write here, click OK. Welcome and Gaurav are coming in next line, right? So that's the use of \n. \n will bring the things to the new line. So जो कुछ भी \n के बाद लिखा जाएगा, that will come to the next line. Fine. So this we have done. Then next is password and all. We know how to give a message in that case. This is also done. This example also we have done. Integer.toString, integer.parseInt. ToString will convert integer into string and parseInt will convert value into integer, right? So they are incorporated in this getText method. Like 12 multiply integer dot parse in text field 1 dot get text. What is the answer? Whatever is written in the text field 1, we read that value, parse it will convert that into integer, and then whatever that number is multiplied by 12, right? And if you write everything in toString method, so whatever answer comes out of this will again converted into string, and then it can be printed easily. Fine. So for printing we use settext. Like text field 2 में print कर रहे हैं हम, क्या कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा complex लग रहा है. Start reading. पहला काम है text field 1 dot get text. So whatever is written in this text field 1, it is taken out. ParseInt will convert that into integer form. Then we multiply that value, whatever is written in the text field. Let's say 45.50 लिखा, ठीक है? तो 45.50 को वो, now it is point, it should not be point. Like let's say 45 is written. So this will read 45 and this parseInt will convert that 45 into integer, because 45, even though it's a number, but by default the setting is that we cannot multiply. Whenever we read a number from a text field, it is read as a text. It is not read as a number. तो हम उसको जब भी रीड करते हैं वो टेक्स्ट फॉर्म में रीड होता है, वो नंबर काउंट नहीं होता. So for this we have to do this parseInt. ParseInt will convert that into integer, then that number is multiplied by 12. So whatever it is, if it is 45, then 45 is to be multiplied by number. Then again we print that, we convert that into string. Why we are converting into string? Because if you want to print, then we have to convert into string. Otherwise numbers cannot be directly written in one particular text field. So either we write toString method or you put the inverted comma and plus sign. So that will print the values in the text field too, right? हम इसको एक बार प्रैक्टिस करके देखते हैं. Let's do it here. Let's take the text area only. Text area dot set text. integer dot to string, then ये ta1 की जगह हम यहाँ पे अपना वाला टेक्स्ट फील्ड रखते हैं t1 dot get text and in the end we put semicolon. So ये देखो ये क्या करेगा, टेक्स्ट फील्ड ta1 से वैल्यू उठाएगा, उसको इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट करेगा, उसको 12 से मल्टीप्लाई करेगा और फिर उसको फिर से स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट करेगा, फिर वो प्रिंट करेगा. ठीक है, लेट्स रन द फाइल. So whatever number is written, like if I put 100, click OK, so 1200 is coming. So it is converting, it's this 100 is read out from here. How it is done? With the help of that get text method we write. ये 100 को उठाएगा, पार्स इंटू उसको इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट किया, क्योंकि अदरवाइज 100 cannot be multiplied directly because 100 is treated as text because वो text field में लिखा गया, right? So 100 को 12 से multiply किया after converting into integer, तो 1200 हो गया. फिर 1200 को हमने print करना है, तो to string में हमें इसको convert किया string form में, and then we are printing it, right? And if you see, if you want to now in place of this, we can also do it like this. Instead of writing to string, put double equal to and write whatever you want to do. 12 into integer dot parse in t1 dot get text, right? So we are writing everything in one line only, although we prefer writing these things in 2 lines or 3 lines. So although we'll get the same answer. See this, I'm putting 100 again, 1200 is coming, right? तो ये प्रिंट करने के अलग अलग वे हैं, राइट? सो टू स्ट्रिंग की बजाय आप सिर्फ ये इन्वर्टेड कॉमा और प्लस लगा दो, तब भी वो उसको स्ट्रिंग में कंसिडर कर लेता है. बट इफ यू ट्राई टू रिमूव दिस, यू स्ट्रेट अवे राइट 12 पॉइंट समथिंग, तो ये एरर शो करेगा बिकॉज दिस will be integer value and we cannot print integer directly in a text field or a text area. So आपको ये करना ही पड़ेगा. Fine. Next is for double we use double dot parse double, right? For float we use float dot parse float, right? So for integer we use integer dot parse int. Fine. डबल के लिए डबल डॉट पार्स डबल है, ऐसे ही फ्लोट वैल्यू के लिए फ्लोट डॉट पार्स फ्लोट है. Then is relation between project form and components. See, one, this is book is the project over here, which can have multiple files. These are all different forms that we have created. ये अलग अलग forms हैं, and every form has got number of controls and components on it. Controls and components उसके अंदर हम लगाते हैं form के ऊपर. Right now, form 1 will have some component, 2 will have some component likewise. So this combination is called as a project. That means in one project we create multiple forms, and in one forms we use various components. Okay, button, text field, text area, सब components है. Variable declaration, we have talked about it earlier also, that whenever we are using a variable, we have to declare it first. This is declaration. Like int apples means we are creating a variable's name apples, or int will specify that it's an integer type of variable which can hold only integer values. Right? This is called as simple declaration of integer variable. And this is called as dynamic declaration. Dynamic means we are creating a variable sum, declaring it as a float value, and we are also assigning an initial value to it. Right? So the initial value is 4.0 and name of the variable is sum and it is of data type float. So यहाँ पे हम data type भी बता रहे हैं और initialize भी कर रहे हैं. So this is dynamic initialization. Fine, this can we can do this also. In place of writing float sum in the first line, then sum is equal to 4 into the next line, we can write both the things in a single line. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, नेमिंग कन्वेंशंस ऑफ वेरिएबल, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है। वेरिएबल्स के जो नाम लिखने हैं, जैसे अभी हमने ऊपर नाम लिखे दो, एक नेम था एप्पल्स, एक नेम था सम। नाउ देर आर सम रूल्स, देर आर सम कन्वेंशंस फॉर राइटिंग दीज नेम्स ऑफ द वेरिएबल्स। First of all, they are case sensitive. That means if you give a name like S is capital here in this variable sum, so wherever you're using this variable, you have to write S as capitals. You cannot write it in small. So same way as apples, A is capital and there is S after it. So ये apples में को इस variable को जहाँ भी use करेंगे, we'll write A as capital and S as small, and S should be there. You cannot write apple. Right, you have to write apples, S is to be there and A should be capital. So case sensitivity is there. Then is keywords or words which have some special meaning in Java should not be used. Keywords का मतलब जैसे float एक keyword है, int एक keyword है. Now these keywords they have some special meanings. Int का मतलब को special है, ये special words हैं. So we cannot use these words as variables. You cannot create a variable named int. You cannot create a variable named float. Right, likewise string is a special name, right? If else कुछ आगे और भी करेंगे हम, for, do, while. So a lot of special words are there which we cannot use directly as variable names. So keywords cannot be used. Then is variable name should be short and meaningful. Don't write lengthy names because it's difficult to write them and there are more chances of errors when you write. कहीं पे आपने कुछ छोटा बड़ा कर दिया लेटर तो वो मिसमैच हो जाता है. So always try to write variable names which are shorter in length and they should be meaningful. Meaningful means it should match the uh, value it is, the kind of value it is saving. Like for example, I'm finding an area. So for saving a length variable, we use L or length or L1. The name which easily make out that this is length, right? For area, we can use A capital or area or AR. So the name that you give to any variable should be meaningful, right? It should match with the condition given. All variable name must begin with a letter, a underscore, or a dollar sign. So whatever name you give to a variable, it always starts with a letter. The first word, first letter, that's A is there, S is there. So you can start with the variable name with a letter, or we can start it with underscore symbol, or we can start it with the dollar symbol. No other symbol is used, no numbers are used. The main important thing is that we cannot start a variable name with a number. Convention is this. ना नंबर से शुरू कर सकते हैं, ना किसी और करेक्टर से शुरू कर सकते हैं. आप सिर्फ लेटर से, मतलब अल्फाबेट से, ए बी सी डी एटसेट्रा, or we can start the name with underscore, or we can start the name with dollar sign, but no other things, no other thing is used, right? After the first initial letter, after the first letter, name can have letters also, can have digits also, numbers also, can have dollar and underscore, but there is no space, no other special characters required, right? जैसे ये देखो नीचे एग्जांपल्स हैं, ये एक्सेप्टेबल है, ये सही है, ये भी सही है, अंडरस्कोर लगा सकते हो, ये भी सही है, एक वर्ड है, देयर इज नो स्पेस, ऑल अल्फाबेट्स, right? And even if you start this with underscore, that is also right. If you start this with dollar sign, t से पहले हम डॉलर लगा दें तो वो भी सही है, बट इन डॉलर और अंडरस्कोर के अलावा आप कोई भी कैरेक्टर नहीं लगा सकते. दूसरा बीच में स्पेसिस नहीं दे सकते हो. अगर मान लो टेस्ट ग्रेड्स दो वर्ड्स आपने यूज करने तो अंडरस्कोर लगा सकते हैं या दोनों जोड़ के लिख दो. देयर इज नो स्पेस अलाउड बिटवीन दीज टू वर्ड्स. फाइन. एंड इट शुड नेवर स्टार्ट विद अ नंबर, राइट? ये देखिए, ये दीज आर अनएक्सेप्टेबल, दीज आर रॉन्ग. ग्रेड ब्रैकेट में टेस्ट, दिस इज रॉन्ग, ब्रैकेट्स कैनॉट बी यूज्ड. सेकेंड टेस्ट ग्रेड 2, it's starting with 2, which is wrong. It cannot start with a number, so this is wrong. Test space grade, there is a space in between, which space is not allowed. Now here grade underscore test hash 2, hash is not used, right? In characters we can either use underscore, this underscore is okay, but hash we cannot write. underscore or dollar sign can be used, right? And they are case sensitive as someone and this someone both are different. This is in small letters, this is in capital letters, so both are different, they are not same, right? Message surrounded by some characters. So this is again one type of print statement. You just have a look. अभी हमने इससे रिलेटेड कुछ चीज़ें करी हैं. यहाँ पे क्या किया है, कैर स्टार एक वेरिएबल लिया, स्टार इज इक्वल टू स्टार डाल दिया, एक स्टार सिंबल. This is initialization of that variable star. So wherever we write star, star, we will use this star. So in print statement is written star plus j text field 1 dot get text, whatever is written in text field 1 that will be printed, plus star again. So जो भी नाम text field में डालोगे आप, उसके आगे भी स्टार प्रिंट होगा, उसके लास्ट में भी स्टार प्रिंट होगा. ऐसे ही हैश लगाना है, तो hash plus j text field 1 dot get text plus hash. So whatever name is written in the text field, उसके आगे भी hash यूज हो जाएगा, पीछे भी hash print हो जाएगा, right? Percentage symbol also. So this is an underscore symbol, right? This is how we stop system.exit0. We have done this earlier too. Simple calculator, we have done that, how to add. So for adding, we have to keep this into a variable, keep second text field into a variable, then we add both the things and assign to third variable, and that third variable can be printed here in this label. तो इसका एग्जाम्पल हमने किया हुआ है ऑलरेडी. उसमें हमने सिर्फ एडिशन वाला किया था, माइनस एंड मल्टीप्लाई एंड डिवाइड यू कैन डू योरसेल्फ, राइट? What is the use of this text field 1 dot set text? There is nothing written, but it will print blank. Nothing will be printed. Blank space print कर देगा, right? और one more thing, एक चीज और है, कई बार एग्जाम में आता है, what is the use of reset button? How will you set a reset button, right? मैं आपको करके दिखाता हूँ reset button. जैसे हम यहाँ पे एक बटन और लगाते हैं, जैसे हमने एक बटन किया था एग्जिट वाला, हमें इसको I want this to be reset button. So what I'll do here is I'll write the text field name t1 dot set text, and I'll put simply null into this. ta dot set text, either write null or write inverted comma inverted, दोनों लिख सकते हैं, या तो null लिख दो या inverted comma, there's nothing written in this, right? So l dot l तो खैर यूज नहीं कर रहे हम इस प्रोग्राम में. Run the file. Let's say I write a name here. Click OK, so we'll get the answer. So just have a look on this program. So 100 is written here. Click OK, will get 12,000 enter. Now if I click reset, what will happen? This will be whatever is written here in the text field as well as in this text area, both will be removed, right? Both things are removed. Now how this is done? Because of those two statements that we have written. तो ये reset button कैसे काम किया? ये because of this statement. t1 dot settext null लिख दो या t1 dot settext inverted comma लिख दो, right? दोनों में से कुछ भी. So this will make that thing into null form, right? Convert that into blank form, right? So what, because set text will override the things ना, we have done this. ये set text क्या करता है, पुरानी वैल्यू को ओवरराइड करके नई वैल्यू डालता है. नई वैल्यू क्या डाल रहे हैं हम, नल डाल रहे हैं या ब्लैंक स्पेस डाल रहे हैं, तो वो ओवरराइड करके उसको ब्लैंक कर देगा. So that's how we can set this. We can create this reset button anywhere it can be created, right? So, chalo, that's it from my side today. So, I think we have done all set of sort of basic things. So, if you people find any kind of difficulty in any kind of basic things we have done, and controls and functions and all, so you can come up anytime, right?